Thank you for listening to BizPod with me, Paul.
And me, Rachel.
Our weekly business English podcast where we talk about the news, social media, and hot topics from a business point of view. You'll get a podcast and links to the articles we discuss. This way you can share your thoughts too. Join us as we discuss what's on our minds this week. So hi Rachel.
Hello.
We're talking today about Taylor Swift.
Again? Really?
Have we spoken about Taylor Swift before?
I think we mentioned her, I can't remember, about her doing her own film.
Oh yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. But there's an article from the BBC which we're sharing today, which is entitled Taylor Swift joins world richest on Billionaire list. So apparently she is now worth $1.1 billion.
Yeah, so she's only just in the list.
Yeah, well, you say only just in the list of billionaires, but let's face it, she's way ahead of you and me at the moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I find it, I mean, if you look at the list, I think that this list gives us maybe the top 10 people. You know, the richest guy in the world, the Louis Vuitton guy, $233 billion.
Is it Bernard Arnault?
I think that's how you pronounce it, yeah.
Elon Musk, we all know, who's number 2. Jeff Bezos, we all know. Mark Zuckerberg, we all know.
Yeah, I mean, I think those names, most of those names, maybe the Indian guy, Mukesh Ambani, I'm not particularly familiar with that name. No. But we all know who Google are, Oracle, we all know Bill Gates, we all know Warren Buffett and Steve Ballmer, they're the Microsoft guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all familiar names, but to be associated with that group of people, I think is quite amazing.
Only one woman, though, and she's young.
Is she the only woman billionaire? I don't think she is.
In the top list?
No, I mean, no, she doesn't even make it into the top 10, Rach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know,
that's the 100 billion club, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so she's still got 99 billion to make.
Yeah. She hasn't made it into the top, you know, the 100 billion club yet, which is exclusively male. Yeah. And I would say exclusively American, apart from the Indian guy and the French guy. I know he's US. Louis Vuitton is obviously US based now.
I have no idea. No idea.
But anyway, what amazed me is how can a pop star become worth $1 billion?
Abby, you don't know the story behind Taylor Swift, do you?
No, so tell me.
Well, I'm not a Swiftie. If you're a Swiftie, that's somebody who follows Taylor Swift. You're a Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Swiftie, okay? But she had a problem with her record company and she re-released her songs that they had kept the copyright to under Taylor's version. Now, if you're a Swiftie, you don't want the original album. As soon as she releases another one, even if it's got the same songs on, because it's Taylor's version, you're going to buy it.
Okay.
And then she also did a movie of her tour because she wanted all her fans to have access to being able to see her on tour, and she managed to get that movie into cinema. She did it all herself, within her team, obviously, of getting it into cinemas so that everybody could see it really, really quickly, and made a lot of money off that as well. Okay, but that's making a lot of money, but this is being worth $1 billion, which is, you know, making your first million is perhaps... a giant leap to take, being worth 100 million, 200, 300, 500 million dollars, but becoming a billionaire. She's got a lot of fans worldwide. I'm sure she has, but it's still an awful lot of money or an awful lot of wealth to have. I'm not saying because she's a woman, because she's a pop star. You could see my face that was what I was going to ask you. It's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with her being female. It's to do with, she's not the first pop star or, let's say, sports personality to become worth $1 billion. But I just don't get it, if I'm honest with you. How can
How I just don't. The wealth of a pop star is just so amazing to me.
She works very hard. She puts out a lot of music. Our fans buy a lot of her stuff. She's got all of the attributes that go with it, all the sponsorship, all the deals and stuff.
Okay.
So she's just very successful. I mean, I would question, Jeff Bezos. He owns Amazon. But does he deserve the right to have all that money? Shouldn't it be all the Amazon couriers, the Amazon packers, the pickers, stock pickers? You know what I mean?
No, I'm totally with you.
What does he actually do? I mean, Taylor Swift, you know what she does. You can hold the product of her hard work in your hands and listen to it.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, but he created a business. And his $194 billion wealth is based on his shareholding.
Exactly. He had one great idea, then sat back and kicked his feet up.
If it was that easy, we'd be billionaires, Rachel. Yeah.
We just haven't had the right idea yet, Paul.
Yeah. No, but I think it's amazing that a pop star, I'm calling her a pop star because I don't really know what other category to put her into. She's a pop star.
Artiste, musician, performer, entertainer.
Okay, but it's amazing to me how someone from that lifestyle, from that work, that business can be worth $1 billion. It's just amazing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I think it's amazing.
In a positive way.
Yeah, in a positive way. I don't understand how someone. I mean, because if you, I suppose if you think about the majority of business people or people who work, they struggle to get by. But then you have some of these business people with billions and billions and billions. The music industry is hard for most people. Most people do not make it and they are not successful. Most people in the movie industry, in the TV industry, they are not successful.
What about Bernard Arnault? Do you see him walking around with a Louis Vuitton handbag on his shoulder?
I've never met the guy, so I don't know. I don't think we go to the same parties, to be honest, Rach.
I've looked through the window of the store.
Well, you give me your opinion. I'm saying the fact that someone like, a pop star can become worth $1 billion. I think it's amazing. What do you think?
It depends who the pop star is. Taylor Swift is renowned for being so hardworking and also keeping control after she's learnt, after the music company she was with basically took copyright of her songs. She learnt the hard way that she needed to keep ownership of what she created.
Okay.
But she's been very innovative the way, doing Taylor's version and everything. And I think, I don't know whether it's worth $1 billion, obviously, but I think she deserves what she gets because I think, she's a positive story. I'm not a Swiftie. I don't particularly like her music. I know a couple of her songs, but yeah, I don't know.
No, I believe I'm totally with you. It's a positive story, but for me, it's an amazing story because if we just look at some details, the American pop star entered the Forbes World's Billionaire list for the first time with $1.1 billion, along with Sam Altman, creator of the AI chatbot ChatGPT, who is, ChatGPT was created when? Only a year ago, maybe 3 years, and he is already worth $1 billion, but only $1 billion. ChatGPT has become this worldwide thing. And it's grown massively. He is worth less than Taylor Swift in terms of the wealth that they have. So, as it's probably not a fair comparison, but what do you think about that comparison? Artificial intelligence versus an artiste?
Well, Taylor Swift has been around a lot longer than ChatGPT. ChatGPT might be something that grows and grows and then explodes, because they haven't got regulation in place that might hinder it. They might decide to shut it down. He's made a lot of money, but I think it's due to it's very ludicrous at the moment, AI.
Okay.
Whereas I think Taylor Swift's built a brand.
Yeah.
She's got a following.
Yeah. I agree with you. It's a brand, isn't it? It's almost like the Taylor Swift brand is almost like, I don't know, Louis Vuitton or Adidas or Nike. It's a brand, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Maybe that's where the future sort of lies, in not just producing work, but building your brand and making your brand valuable.
Well, I think that's already the case.
Okay. What, for individuals?
I don't know whether it is for individuals. Obviously she is her brand, but I mean, for other things, maybe I'm trying to think of something you could compare it with. I suppose the sports brands are close that you could think of. You know, you think of the brand, but you don't know who the person is behind them. But then when it becomes a brand, it gets very delicate with who the brand is tied to. Because if you sponsor somebody, like if you're a sports brand and you sponsor a sports star and then they have corruption and cheating and then it tarnishes your brand. Whereas if you yourself are your brand, like Taylor Swift, you know, if she does something stupid to damage her brand, she's only got herself to blame.
Herself,
yeah. She's going out with a football star, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's take another personality who is probably a brand as well, David Beckham.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he is a brand, isn't he? David Beckham is a brand now. He's worth nowhere near $1 billion, I don't think.
Yeah, but he likes to spend, doesn't he? We've watched the documentary.
Yeah. That's true. He does like to spend his money rather than save his money, or he used to at least. We don't really know it. We just know what the documentary said.
Yeah, if you watch the documentary on Netflix, I don't know how much of it is true and how much they've sort of edited things out. But he says at one point when he started earning, 30 or 40,000 a month, he'd go out and he'd buy a pen that was worth like 40 grand.
Yeah.
And people would be like within 24 hours, he'd spent his whole month's salary on a pen.
Yeah, or a car, or a watch, or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
yeah. But I suppose if the next month you have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 coming in, you can afford to spend it.
Is this all cash, or is this what they are worth in terms of property investments?
No, nobody has that much cash. I don't. If you look at, say, Elon Musk, $195 billion. That much cash does not exist in the entire world.
Right.
So it's not cash.
So, I would like to know what their cash-rich value is.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, I imagine Elon Musk has a fair few zeros on the end of his bank balance, compared to you and me. Yeah. There'd be at least a few extra zeros on his bank balance. But
I remember when we got a car loan, our very first car loan, and our bank account actually had 4 figures in it.
For the first time.
For the first time ever. And we took a print out from the cash machine and we were like, oh, we're keeping that. We've never had 4 figures.
Yeah. God, that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
But then, of course, it went on the card, didn't it?
Yeah, so expensive.
But what about, all those people there that you can see in the article, Bill Gates stands out because of his philanthropy of giving his money away.
Yeah.
I don't recognise any of the others for philanthropy, whether they do or not. But
yeah, whether they do or not, I don't know. But yeah, but Bill Gates, his wealth of 128 billion from Microsoft and various other things, but I think he's actually donated or given most of the shares or his wealth to the foundation. Now, obviously, he still owns and controls the foundation. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but my point is that he's trying to help the world.
Okay.
The others just seem to be sat on their money.
Yeah, but you don't know. It's very difficult. Okay, so Mark Zuckerberg, according to this article, worth 177 billion. Now that's I'm presuming that's the value of the shares that he owns in Facebook.
But he also owns WhatsApp, Instagram.
Yeah, but he's shareholding in that business. Now I suppose you can give away some of your wealth, give away some of your shareholding to charities. But then if you start doing that sort of eats away at how much of the business you own and how much control you have over the business.
And what, you'd only have 176 billion instead of 177 billion?
Yeah, that's true.
God, poor Mark.
But how much cash he has in the bank, who knows?
He probably doesn't even know.
No, he probably wouldn't. He wouldn't care how much cash he has in the bank, probably. Yeah.
Well, it's never going to be you and me, that's for sure.
You never know. But it's an awful lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
It is an awful lot of money.
Okay.
So that's the $100 billion club. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 10 of them.
As a club, do you think they get together and network, or at that level of wealth, you don't need to network any longer?
I reckon they all know each other. I reckon that I think.
Well, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg were going to fight each other because they hate each other. They were going to do a bare knuckle fight.
Okay, I don't think they hate each other.
I know they had some quite serious exchanges on social media, and they were reported to be training. I don't know whether it was true. Maybe it was April Fool. I don't know.
I believe you. I don't doubt you, but I don't think they hate each other. If they do, they're stupid. Yeah. But anyway, that's the $100 billion club. We can only dream about that. Taylor Swift can only dream of joining that club right now.
Okay.
Magic Johnson. I think Magic Johnson was or is an American basketball player.
Yeah.
He was a billionaire, or he has been a billionaire. Kylie Jenner is world's youngest billionaire. Do you know who Kylie Jenner is?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
You?
No, not really.
There you go then.
But let's look at some of the statistics. So the billionaires, our billionaires, are 255% richer than a decade ago.
Now worth 2 trillion in all, meaning just 0.5% of the world's 2,781 billionaires hold 14% of all billionaire wealth.
Wow.
I mean, the next conversation has got to be about resolving world poverty, hasn't it?
Yeah. Geographically, the US has more billionaires than any other country. 813.
Wow.
Okay.
China remains second, followed by India.
Okay. The UK, where we're from, has 1, 2, 3 billionaires on the list.
So James Dyson, everybody's got a Dyson Hoover, Dyson hairdryer.
Yeah.
That's because he charges astronomical amount of money for the hairdryer.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
Wow, 32 billionaires have died.
Yeah.
So they are no longer... Silvio Berlusconi.
Yeah.
The Chilean president.
Mohammed Al-Fayed, the Egyptian tycoon. Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett. No idea who that is.
Margaritaville singer.
Okay. So some people, obviously, as people get older, they're going to die.
Who did they pass their wealth on to, though?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Was it in, some kind of trust fund for the family?
You can imagine so. They're very good at protecting their own wealth, aren't they?
Did it become a Succession kind of thing? Anybody seen the TV series Succession? It's sort of
I remember that now, yeah.
About the newspapers and the media.
Yeah.
And all the money. They had more money in a sense, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, billionaires. I mean, there are very few billionaires in the world. They own the majority of the wealth. Taylor Swift is now one of them. Do you think we're ever going to solve world poverty?
I don't know. That's a conversation for another day.
If all of the billionaires got together, pooled their money, they could give each of us probably $1 million each.
No. Not everybody in the world.
All right, well, maybe we'd all get $1,000 each.
Okay, maybe the next topic needs to be maths basics.
For you and me.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
Anyway, welcome to the Billionaires Club.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you liked our podcast. And please don't forget to subscribe and stay connected with us. Until next time, goodbye.